And here they come. Dean Bell will cherish and remember this magic moment in his rugby league career like none other.
From an avenue of fire they emerged, a new breed of warrior for the game of rugby league. When Dean Bell led Auckland out for the first time on March the 10th, 1995, it was one of the most significant moments in the Code's history. With their entry, Australia's domestic league competition suddenly became Australasian, giving it an international flavour. Since then, the Warriors have boasted a curious and colourful mix.
He is a showman.
There's been no shortage of Polynesian flair.
That is a magnificent try, Warriors.
All Maori might and muscle. Bound together by a bit of Aussie expertise. They've been broke and they've been busted. But this is a club with a fighting spirit that just refuses to yield. No matter what you say about the mighty Warriors, one thing is for sure. There's never been a dull moment. The past decade and a bit has been one heck of a roller coaster ride for the men from Ericsson Stadium. And that's been the case ever since their opening campaign, when they missed the finals on for and against, after being left to rue the deduction of 2 competition points earlier in the season. In the end, they performed creditably to win 13 of 22 outings. Under former Parramatta winning coach John Monie, the Warriors wasted no time in letting the league world know they meant business. It was evident in their debut game when they gave Brisbane a sizable scare.
He gets it away. Smith on. Khan. Oh, great defence.
Now he's
Khan. He thinks he got it down. Bill Harrigan agrees. Kevin Walters uses Alan Can. Can. Strong as they come, and Chris Johns. Johns gets in for a try. So the Warriors now with Alexander. Calling the tune. Taiwa! Taiwa comes inside. Oh, great ball. Blake. Phil Blake. He gets the try. Enormous pressure. Namu did well. Alexander. And now for Bell. Bell inside for Hoppe. Yes! Another try. The crowd goes mad here at Ericsson Stadium. The Warriors have got their second, and that's the equaliser. Can they go to the break in front, the Warriors? Alexander on now for Tatupu. He'll score! Tatupu! Third try of the night for the Warriors. Back they come again. Alexander. They've come up out of the line, Brisbane. It's with Solomona Rokasini. Now it's Ropati. Ropati. 4 tries for Auckland. Auckland have done their homework. Langer's kick is meant for Khan. And the Taiwa puts it down, but it's back with Brisbane and they score.
Miracle.
Alan Langer puts it down as easy as you like.
Thanks to the magic of Alan Langer, Brisbane escaped from Auckland with a 25-22 victory in a magnificent game of football. Even though they didn't get the 2 competition points first up, the Warriors had made it clear from the outset that they would be more than competitive in their inaugural season. Unfortunately, they didn't take 2 points from their next outing at home either. But they certainly should have. The Warriors thrashed Western Suburbs 46-12, but because they had used an illegal replacement in Joe Vunganar, what should have been a joyous maiden victory was declared invalid, even though it had no bearing on the result of the game. In the wake of that shattering blow, Auckland lost successive games to North Sydney and Manly at a time when the Super League war was breaking out on both sides of the Tasman. But in spite of the drama raging around them, John Monie's men managed to maintain their focus on football and their first official victory in round 6 on April the 16th. Fittingly, it happened on Easter Sunday, and against an Illawarra side that had put 40 points on them in Wollongong just a month earlier. This time, the boot was squarely on the other foot, as the Warriors raced in 7 tries before nearly 30,000 delirious fans at Ericsson Stadium to win 38-12. Not content to bask in that success, the Warriors went straight out again and registered another notable first. 7 days after stunning the Steelers, Auckland went on another point-scoring spree against John Monie's former club, Parramatta. The resounding 40-4 victory was a magnificent way to chalk up their initial success on Australian soil. And some of their 7 tries were quite brilliant.
Cassini with a great ball. What a try! Alexander takes a heavy shot from Plowman, pops one out wide for Blake. Blake virtually untouched. Blake with a real special for Stacey Jones. One more tackle remaining. Big line to the right if they can spread it, if they take the risk. Alexander will try and hurry it out there. Floating it nicely with numbers. Tatupu for Bell, who will have Hoppy outside and Blake inside. Stays with Blake, doesn't throw him a good ball. Now back to Alexander, kicking ahead. He'll win the chase. Dwayne Mann looking for 2, breaking away. Hoppy gets there.
Parramatta Stadium was also the venue for what was one of the finest victories in the Warriors' history. Led by the brilliant Stacey Jones and rampaging replacement Willie Poaching, Auckland outmuscled the Sydney Bulldogs, the team that would go on later that year to claim the title.
Now from Poaching. Jones. Jones by the 10. Here's Poaching. And Poaching, he gets the try. And he does the leap. The feast of rugby league. And we will keep it coming to you. Here's Poaching. Poaching inside. And Blake gets his second.
After such a promising debut season in the world's toughest competition, big things were expected of Auckland in 1996. But they fell frustratingly short of those expectations. With 10 wins to their name, the somewhat inconsistent Warriors finished 11th in the 20-team ARL competition, 3 points off the top 8. While the first-grade campaign was quite a disappointment, the club still managed to create history in their second season when the reserves reached the decider. Frank Endicott coached reserves were gallant in a defeat to the more experienced Cronulla at the Sydney Football Stadium.
And the Warriors will score. It's Aaron Whittaker. Oh, it was a great ball. I think it was Chumavavi who offloaded. And Whittaker has scored straight after half-time. Chumavavi trapped. Gallen. Second half to the year for the Warriors as Murray cops a tremendous ball inside, and Vagana is the quickest man on their side. Daylight coming in cover, but Vagana will get there. Well, justice for David Murray, I reckon. A great pass on halfway sent Vagana to the try line. It's too late, but 14-10, the best try of the match.
1997 was a disastrous year for rugby league and for the Auckland Warriors. The code was split down the middle with 2 different competitions, and the Kiwi club struggled to make an impact in the 10-team league. A 7-game losing streak in the middle of the competition destroyed their top 4 prospects, and it was only a late season revival that saw them avoid the wooden spoon. Under Frank Endicott, who had replaced John Monie as coach at the end of '96, the Warriors saved face by reaching the semi-finals of the World Club Challenge. It took the might of Brisbane to deny them a berth in the decider, following this slaughter of English club Bradford in the quarter-final at Ericsson Stadium.
Kearney's looking for Jones again. He finds Namu instead. In fact, he said, well, you'll do, and Namu puts his head back and he'll score. 28 metres out from his own line. Eru puts them down the blind side. Namu's into space, full back to beat. He's turned him around 3 times. He unloads Chumavavi. He's got support coming. It's Sid Eru and he goes over to score.
In '98, rugby league was reunited when the two competitions came together and formed the NRL. Auckland had the honour of hosting the opening game against South Sydney, but they suffered a nasty case of stage fright and went down 24-18. Indeed, the Warriors had a terrible start to 1998 and notched just 2 victories from their first 9 outings. Consequently, they were always behind the 8 ball and eventually finished in 15th spot. In round 3, they gave their home fans a dose of false hope with an impressive defeat of the strong Sydney City side.
Stand up, stand up.
Real chance at the big upset. Kicks ahead, chase is on, it'll be too strong, no, David Jones!
Perhaps the most extraordinary victory in the Warriors' history came in June 1998 when they stunned the Melbourne crowd by waiting until after the final siren to come up with the decisive play, which gave them a 24-21 win.
They try and go for Guttenbeil. He'll play it just 4 metres away from the line. Eru from dummy half, gets there!
How strong is he?
Just playing it one off at the moment, Auckland, 1 metre out. Eru for Jones. Namu steps inside, Namu scores! Kearns is put down 15 metres out from the Auckland line on the last. Kamali will go for the field goal and kick it. Can they butcher another one? Jones is out there. Out it comes, out wide. Back inside for Stellani. They keep the ball alive. Stacey Jones will go to the air. Everyone will go up for it. Auckland's there. It'll come out. They'll score. Auckland are in. They've scored on the final bell.
He'll go to the video
Tony
replay.
Tutupu has won this match for Auckland. We'll go to the video referee. We won't need to. I tell you what, talk about leaving your run late after the final bell.
The Warriors had a change of ownership at the end of 1998 and a new coach as well in the shape of former Kiwi Test great Mark Graham. However, the new direction didn't bring about the desired improvement and they finished 11th, 4 wins adrift of the top 8. A barren spell of 1 victory from 10 games in the middle of the year crippled their playoff prospects. The year had begun brightly when they downed Sydney City that saw Ali Lauatiti and Brad Fittler sent off. And there was more controversy in round 11 when they'd snatched this verdict from Canberra on the strength of 14 points in the last 8 minutes.
One more tackle, they've got numbers, big numbers, Jones to the corner, who wants it? Lauatiti, he's got it! Jones is there too. Nigel Vagana spins. Ridge is still hanging back, so too is Jones. Oh, penalty! What a fight back. And what a roar from about 7,000 or 8,000 here.
Jones to the right. Kicking for Luman's corner. Well, was he onside? The referee, Simpkin, doesn't have to check with the video referee this time. Trendall. O'Neill. Chance here. Great ball. Rod will try South Sydney. The Rabbitohs have hit back. Still some tackles remaining. Stacey Jones kicking ahead for Odin Ryan. Odin Ryan. Who's going to win the chase? It's still Lioness on the ground. Is it a try? I think it is.
Mears in there. And out of there quickly, looking for runners. Looking still. Left alone, Mears! Great ball! What a try! Some running repairs on him as Nigel Vagana steps. Nigel Vagana! He backs himself. He stood off Patton. Nigel Vagana! What a save from Patton. What a brilliant run. Now they've got him on the rack. Beverly. That's an offside tackle. What a penalty try. Last tackle now. Simon showed it. Simon caught him napping. Oh, brilliant. Simon again in control, and he kicks for Odin Ryan. Odin Ryan. He might end up playing for Great Britain in the Tri-Series. Robert Mears. Suggestion about it as Deeth kicks to the end goal. Nigel Vagana's flying. Nigel Vagana. Brilliant.
Following that astonishing display against Newcastle, Auckland's assault continued the following weekend when they topped 100 points for 2 games, making it a miserable farewell for the Western Suburbs Magpies, who are playing their last game before merging with Balmain.
Magpies 5 metres on their own side of Georgialis, trying to get the black and whites moving forward. Dale Bonner, nice pass. Here's a chance for them now. Brooker, he's going to go all the way. Brooker, he's got Manuel coming at him. Will he get there? Yes, he will. Beautiful try.
After 5 years in the competition, the Warriors were fast running out of excuses, and the year 2000 was one they'd rather forget. All up, they won just 8 of their 26 matches and came second last. Injuries had a huge impact on the club's fortunes, with a massive 34 players being required in first grade during the season. And for the second year running, the NRL's opening round delivered promise that wasn't to be fulfilled. This time, they toppled reigning premiers Melbourne, even without the services of Stacey Jones, who was still recovering from the broken arm he suffered in a test against the previous October.
He's got the point inside and out. Tuivasa-Vavai, what a try!
Following that mighty win against Melbourne, Auckland showed just how much they missed their legendary number 7 by only managing a draw from their next 6 matches. But Jones was back for the round 8 clash with the Sydney Roosters, and it gave the side an immediate lift.
Jones inside Herberton.
One of the most courageous triumphs in Auckland's existence came in round 15, when they managed to overcome the Northern Eagles 18-14 at Brookvale Oval, despite playing half the game with only 12 men, following Ali Lauatiti's surprise dismissal.
Here he comes now. Winding up outside of John Simon. There he goes. Straight over Jason Taylor. Petherbridge going back. Jones now. Deeth. Short ball. Lally Lauatiti. Look at the big man celebrate. He looks skywards.
With the arrival of the new millennium came a dramatic change in direction and fortune for the wounded Warriors. Severe financial problems forced the club's sale to prominent businessman Eric Watson, and they were reborn as the New Zealand Warriors, playing not just for a city, but for an entire nation. Under new coach Daniel Anderson, they completed their extraordinary revival by reaching the finals for the first time on the back of some breathtaking football. After a scratchy start, the men in black gradually gained in strength and confidence. In round 6, they downed Brisbane for the first time in their history, thanks to a Stacey Jones field goal. And it wasn't long before their try-scoring prowess was among the best in the league, which was evident in this blistering display against 2000 grand finalists, the Sydney Roosters.
We're very fortunate there, the Warriors, that obstruction that wasn't picked up didn't prove costly. Tony, straight through inside, Billy! He's got the ball and he'll race away and score. Well, Tony has broken the defensive line again.
The Warriors had proved they could attack, but it was probably their mental toughness that improved the most under Daniel Anderson. Where the Warriors of old may have folded, they now boasted a newfound desire. And that was shown in round 15 when they overcame an 18-point deficit with 25 minutes remaining to beat the Northern Eagles.
From Albert Torrance to... And away goes Beetham. Beetham for the line, he's over! Guttenbeil, a dummy half. Jones, last tackle. Puts the kick across field, looking for a leap. Far field, he's over! Last tackle coming up here. Jones going to the air. Some pressure on McDougall.
Good leap from Farfeli, back for Cleary. It's try time for Ivan Cleary.
3 there, release 11 now.
10 metres out. Here come the Warriors. Deep from dummy half. Deep. Is he short? He's going to go upstairs. Jason Deep. He may have stolen a try and the match-winning try at that.
I just want you to check the movement was okay. In short, keep short.
Look, he gets down low, Jason Dees. Let's have a good look.
Oh, Mick Stone, what are you going to do?
Mick Stone says, ref's call, and he's given it. The rookie referee awards the try, and the Warriors celebrate. They have taken the lead in contra fashion. Jason Deeth, the hero. The Warriors in front by 2. Kick to come.
If there are any doubts about this team's credentials as a title contender, they were erased in round 18 when they terminated the 11-match winning streak of the eventual minor premiers, Parramatta, despite trailing 12-2 early on.
The Warriors get their first try. Now the Warriors with Torpy and taken care of there by Jason Paps. Campion offloads back to Guttenbeil and back alive to Deeth and now to Jones. How good is that? Stacey Jones take a bow. Great play from the Warriors, and it's even Stevens. Kick to come. It's been a very topsy-turvy competition this year. Now from dummy Torpy, this is Malley. Francis Malley offloading, got it back to Harpy. See you later. Harpy will go in and get a 4-pointer, and they are going off now. Don't they love it? High fives all round at 29-12.
And in round 22, it was like a cyclone had blown across the Tasman as the New Zealanders blasted 36 points in the last 25 minutes.
Who can't get him, and Stacey Jones in to score. Stacey Jones directing traffic, has the ball in his hands now. Alexander Ruddle on the last. Stacey Jones, and runs straight through. Middle grabber kick. Will he get it back? Oh, will he ever? Oh, what a try! That is one of the best tries under pressure of the season. Clinton Torpy, back across field. Loads for Campion, then away to Tukey. Tukey floats a pass out wide for Wairangi Kupu. He's got Melly on his outside, inside for Melly. Brilliant pick up by the winger. He might get through, gives a pass back inside to Lauatini. How did he get that away? And Ali Lauatini scores.
6 days later, the Warriors picked up where they left off against Penrith, to wallop Cronulla, who had just won 7 games straight. But while the 30 points they scored was impressive, it was the 0 on the other side of the ledger that spoke loudest about the side's fresh status in the NRL.
Corpu, and he's over. Soft defence.
The Warriors had recorded some memorable victories over Melbourne, so it's rather ironic that a draw against the Storm in round 25 should give the club its finest moment since entering the league. The 1 point expected from this 24-all thriller was enough to ensure they would make the finals for the very first time.
Perhaps a piece of luck, but they've cashed in and they lead the Storm 4 points to 0. They've used up 5 of them. See you. Gives it back to Jones. The bomb this time. Farfeli is up out wide. Was up over the top of Matt Geyer. 5 gone. Is there another bomb coming from Stacey Jones? No, there's not. They'll run it. Here's Miles. Corpu outside him into a lovely gap. Ball back on the inside for Miles. He's in. They're carving them up. Jones this time. The Warriors now with the ball in their hands, feeding the scrum. It's Torpy, took it. And now Siu. Oh, the player went down there as Siu came to him. Robinson knocks it backwards. Play on still in time. Comes back to Stephen Bell. He changes his mind. Oh, throws it past to Matt Geyer, who put him under all sorts of pressure. He lost in the tackle.
Here's Jason Deith with it. What's happening out there? Here's Beetham to Jones. They've got them stretched again. Lovely hands from Melly. Stepping back inside them. Dumps it back out to Tony. And here's Harvey, who will get his second for the Warriors. A high tackle by Torby. Play on. Here's Scott Hill. Card ball. Lovely ball to Robbie Ross. Here's Perenara, who scores to tie this ball game up. It's 24 points all, and it will come down to a kick from almost the sideline. Well, this is it. There won't be time for anything after this. Geyer to keep the Melbourne Storm petition. It's a good kick. It shaves the left hand uprights, and it's waved away. The Warriors are surely now into the finals. There is time for one last play. It comes down, and it's Matt Orford who has it from the kickoff. He thought about the kick. Now he stays alive. They need a kick. There it is. Merle is tackled. He'll play as the siren sounds. No, he won't, and there it is. The New Zealand Warriors have created history. They are into the final eight for the first time in the club's history.
Well, what a great performance by both teams. They had plenty to play for. The Warriors in the finals for the first time.
A shock loss to North Queensland at home in the final round was costly, as it proved to be the difference between finishing 6th and 8th. Consequently, that's to face runaway minor premiers Parramatta in a sudden death semi, where they never looked like repeating their upset of the Eels from 2 months earlier.
Here is the chance they have been waiting for. And there will be a penalty against David Violecki. It is almost right in front. Tony takes the quick tap. Motu Tony has scored! Motu Tony has scored for the Warriors! He's one of their most potent weapons in attack. Jones misses out CUCU with a pass and finds Tony. Cleary's coming into his own here. Corpu! Corpu! Now for the try line, the lock forward, Corpu! They may just check this with a video ref to put down. Warangi Corpu, it is a try. The Warriors second. And this is the last tackle with Brad Drew. Let's see what they can come up with. Brad Drew, the little chip in support on the inside. What rugby league from the 12-man Parramatta. But tune up for bigger things to come. Hodgson gets a double as well, and it is 48-12.
Despite that forgettable finish against Parramatta, it was clear that the Warriors had arrived as a force to be reckoned with, and the challenge was to build on that platform in 2002. The surprise capture of the minor premiership and a maiden first-grade grand final appearance was ample evidence of the huge strides they had made in a relatively short space of time under Daniel Anderson. 2002 might have ended with a loss to the Sydney Roosters, but at least it began with a victory against them, as the Warriors proved too strong at Ericsson Stadium following a first-round bye.
Last tackle. Good pick up from Jones. They go across to Cleary. They're going to run it on the last. That pass looked to be forward. Play on. Torby's away. He needs no invitation. Back to Logan Swan. Campion's got it. Can't get a kick away.
Great ball.
Stacey Jones can. Coming through the air. Carlo should score. He will score. Wonderful rugby league. On the line. Major off-season recruit by Daniel Anderson. Campion. Still going. Over the top. Must score. Melly. Francis Melly's in. A mountain of possession. And the try, well, it was just a matter of time. The New Zealanders in 2002, having the bye first up. They come across this left side. Torby's away. Good support. Shut the gate. Lower Teddy. He'll grab his second try of the afternoon and extend the lead out to 18-4.
3 weeks later, Anderson's army went on a record-breaking rampage against the Northern Eagles. In winning 68-10, the home side raced in 11 tries, with Stacey Jones Githam, the perfect way to mark his 150th first-grade game. Ivan Cleary equalled Gene Namu's record for most points in a match with 28.
Jones will score in game number 150. team as well. They are off to a flyer.
Play on, that's all right.
10 metres, Eagles side of halfway. Jones has got it, gives it to Logan Swan, and that pass is okay. According to the referee, Jones back on the inside. Here come the Eagles. Lance Hawaii. Oh yeah, they are turning it on. The New Zealand Warriors, they are hot to trot. 27 metres out. A lot of metres gained here this afternoon from the home side. Jones kicking over the top. They're coming through. Great bounce it was. Brandberg will score. Perfect bounce. He is not complaining, and nor is the Warriors faithful.
Seem to be making yards, well, higher. Well, he just wants more of this. Said, how long has this been going on, this game of football like this? I want to get my hands on. Oh,
well, that pass wasn't on. The Eagles now on the counter-attack on the far side. Luke Dawn, he hasn't got the legs. He chips over the top. Turkey, big man or small man. But the big fella, he does well.
Well, you said he didn't have the legs. He took a great catch and scored a try a few weeks ago. And this time he pops up and cover defence, and the young Luke Dawn, he can't take him on the outside. What's going on?
Well, I'll tell you what's going on. The Warriors are again queuing up. Lawatini, he gives it back to Jones. Now to Webb. Here comes to Falmawina. Sensational rugby league at Ericsson. Does it get any better? It all started on the other side of halfway with Mark Turkey getting back.
I wouldn't want to be kicking off for the opposition.
I wouldn't want to be working the scoreboard. Marsh has got it. Marsh has gone through. Paper thin defence. Jones looking for try number 3. Stacey Jones. He's got the base. He's got the try. He's got the afternoon all to himself when the final hooter goes. Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Just magic.
Joy soon turned to despair for Jones when he sustained a serious knee injury in round 9 that put him on the sidelines for 2 long months. A 19-year-old unknown from Waikato called Lance Hohire stepped up to fill his massive shoes as the side's chief playmaker and steered them to a stunning defeat of Premiers Newcastle in his full first-grade debut.
Back inside for Tukey. Tukey from a standing start. And now Torby has claimed a try and Bill Harrigan has given it. So the Warriors are home safely. 24-12 with 4 to go. See you. I don't know that he was ever tackled, but he offered to play the ball. And here's that man again. Torby down the left wing. Puts a kick into the centre. Chases on. Webb will score. Webb's under the post. Webb scores for the Warriors and brings great jubilation to the bench.
While most critics on both sides of the Tasman just assumed the Warriors would fall in a screaming heap without Jones, the side managed to maintain their steady course for the playoffs. And this belting of South Sydney was a record 8th straight win.
Oh, great solo try by the Queensland State of Origin hooker. And that really came against the run of play. Played to far. Now it goes to Stacey Jones. Jones puts up the high kick. It's coming down just near the goal line. Oh, brilliantly taken by Ali Lauatini. What did we say about the big men who are mobile? What a great take. Ali Lauatini just simply picks it out of the air from Andrew King and scores a great Warriors try, and it's 10-0 with a kick to come. They're 30 metres out. On the 4th tackle, the Warriors. Now away to Stacey Jones. Wide it goes to Cleary. Again to Lauatiti, getting out deep to Justin Murphy. Got the bounce brilliantly. Murphy will go himself. They won't stop him and he's in. Justin Murphy scores the try for the Warriors. Jones. Wide pass goes on to Cleary, turns it back inside to Lauatiti, then on to Villasanti, inside to Henry Farfili. Farfili gets around Andrew King and will go and score. 2nd try of the night to Henry Farfili. Who does like scoring tries? He is a showman.
The celebrations have started.
Playing it back for Marsh, and Marsh Gets it onto Lauatiti, and Murphy throws it in and hopes for the best. Picked up by Torpy. Through the legs, tunnel ball for Lauatiti. One-handed pass away from Marsh. Came off Webb. Picked up by Jones. Jones 15 out, running across the ground. Jones tries to go through. Langer couldn't get him. Ball went back to Swan. 6 more tackles comes for the Warriors. Now it's Webb. Webb inside the 20. Now it's Hohaya. He fends off 1. He fends off 2. Stands in a 3rd. Gets it back to Murphy. We're back where we started. Murphy gets the ball away. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. They have done it. Webb has scored. That is simply amazing. That is amazing. Playing it back to Webb. Webb to Jones. Jones cuts out 1. They've got to score. Farfeli. Farfeli's in. The Warriors are in front. And this is Webb coming out from dummy half. Kicks ahead. Looks for the regather. Gets the regather. He's away. He's away. And he's over. The plane has landed. Webb has touched down safely. They've only lost 1 here this year, the Broncos. It looks like being number 2 today. Goodenbeal will play it. Is there another one coming? Marsh fires it out. Torpy gets it out, gets it over, puts it down. It is another try. New Zealand, another 4 points.
And Clinton Torpy continues his great try-scoring record this year, just 1 behind Nigel Vagana coming into the weekend.
The Warriors had to wait over 10 months to avenge their action from the 2001 finals at the hands of Parramatta, but it was worth it. The 26-10 triumph ensured them of a qualifying final at home, even with 7 rounds remaining. Fullback Ivan Cleary also broke his own club record for most points in a season.
Play allowed to continue. Murphy will get over. And this kick for Ivan Cleary for the club record points in a season. He is the record holder last year with 173. This for 174. Cleary, the trusty right boot, never better. 3 from 3, most points in a season for the Warriors. And there's plenty more to come for Ivan Cleary in season 2002. Marsh, left side, Lauatiti. He's got 1 try like this afternoon. He's had about another 5 cracks, and every time he's come down almost on the goal line. Now the ball back with Torpy. Parramatta defence aiming up again. Marsh's kick is knocked. Taylors can't get to the ball. Cleary is with it. There was an overlap on the right if they threw early. Now with Webb. He'll be hard to stop. Webb is over for the Warriors. What a little player this bloke is. He mightn't have been born here, but he's one of their favourite sons now. And that is the 4th try for the day for the Warriors.
The Warriors then set their sights on snaring another sizable scalp. And it didn't come any bigger than the Bulldogs, who had won 17 games in succession. In front of a rapturous home crowd, the Sydney-siders' golden run came to a shuddering halt against a New Zealand outfit that showed once and for all they had what it takes to win the title.
Jones, Webb, Lauatiti had to reach for the football, got it back to Cleary. Cleary passes to Malley. He comes back in field. He centralises play. He runs about 25 metres, gains nothing, got it back to Campion. Marsh, the pass was it played at? No, says the referee. He answers that question rather definitively, and the Warriors still in possession, but no restart of the tackle count. The referee copping plenty. Jones gives it on to Goodenbeal, and he's swarmed upon by the Bulldogs' defence. Centre field, they keep the ball alive. Amazing play. Marsh, Jones, I should say, back to Swan. Cleary's over. Well, that's remarkable. We were getting ready for a play the ball, but they score. Now, Logan Swan in possession, just short of halfway. Last tackle now coming up for the home side. They shift it to the left. Cleary got the kick away, not the best of kicks. Francis Malley is coming through at a great rate of knots. Ball comes loose. Malley picks up the scraps. They'll score. In they go in the corner. David Miles. He's just come onto the field. The super sub. He scores in the corner, and up they go. Will for the field goal. They lead by 12 points. Perhaps that's on the cards. Goodenbeal, he wants a try. Got it back. They're over. They're over. Warringah Corbu. He scores. Is that the nail in the coffin of the Bulldogs?
A week after that game, it was revealed that the Bulldogs had breached the NRL's salary cap by more than $1.5 million, and they were eventually stripped of their 37 competition points. The Warriors were swift to take advantage, and this sensational display against Brisbane put them in first spot once the Bulldogs' punishment was handed down a few days later.
What a run by Lauatiti! Ivan Cleary will score! That is a magnificent try by the Warriors. Is it any wonder they have the best attack record in the league when you've got a big man like Lauatiti running like a colossus? Brilliant work.
It is an Auckland Warrior through and through. The backs combining with the forwards.
Close to the line, 5 tackles. Jones puts a kick in. There's a chance for Cleary. Cleary's got his number 2. Ivan Cleary has scored another try.
Lockyer then. In it goes to Lee. One in, off the ruck. This is Webke, who was trailing away on the inside. 5 tackles gone, and again the call is there for the defence. There's a punch-up. Webke is trading punches with Campion. Mander has stopped play.
Yeah, I think that Shane Webke will be penalised here. He was nailed by Kevin Campion on the inside pass and took exception to it. Very rare to see Webke show this kind of emotion. Former teammates, of course, the Brisbane club, but I think Shane is at fault.
Here is Guttenbeil. Looking to keep another phase together. He does that. Marsh was there. Marsh got it away. Swan looks around. Finds
Jones goes through an opening. Jones has got one to beat. The little legs are pumping. He goes out to Millie. Millie's over. Millie's over in the corner. Touch judge likes it. Mander will point to the spot. There is the try to the Warriors.
Heading into the final home and away round, New Zealand had the chance to claim the minor premiership, but they had to beat West Tigers with a grossly understrength lineup and rely on Newcastle and Brisbane to both get beaten. Lo and behold, the cards fell the Warriors' way and history was made.
And he got the kick away, but straight down the throat of Francis Melly. He'll get those legs pumping like pistons. He got the pass away. Torby's got plenty of toe. He's still going and he'll score. See you later. Clinton Torby sets this game alight and up they go. They go this left side. Hohire back now to Cleary. Got it back to Motu Tony. He put a pass across. They're in. Play off the call. They have scored.
Daniel Anderson's gamble of resting several stars from the Tigers match paid a handsome dividend, and the Warriors were minor premiers for the first time. Their opening assignment in the playoffs was against Canberra at a buzzing Ericsson Stadium, and the locals made another entry into the record books by notching their first victory in finals football.
And oh, well, they've gone the tap straight away. I thought in finals maybe take the 2. Cleary keeps it alive. Now it comes out. Don't worry about 2. Fafili like a worm for the line to get over in the corner. And this time the defence very effective from Tongue and Wiki on the Raiders 10-metre line. Jones thought about kicking left. Jones goes through. Passes to Lauatiti. First touch on the football.
At 0.
And he goes to ground 30 out. Not a good play the ball from Korpu. Could have been pulled up. Jones for Guttenbeil. And Guttenbeil offloads for Jones. This is their show, the Warriors. And here is Stacey Jones. Oh, he goes over. The captain, Stacey Jones, in the biggest club game of his career, has stood up. Tony infield with Jones. Then for Hohire. Tongue went for the big shoulder charge on the 5'8". He missed. And it is back with Tony. Going across field and holds it out. Still going across field. Now slices through. Keeps it alive for Torpy. Torpy around the corner. Oh, that is some sort of try right there for Francis Melly. Warriors, now they can celebrate. The fans are all up. The flag salesmen have done a great job today. They got buckets of money. It's 28-10.
Well, we dubbed the Canterbury side the Entertainers back in the early 80s. Tell you what, if they keep scoring tries like this, New Zealand Warriors of 2002 can be just about all the same.
So Cleary with this kick. Off the boot. Ivan Cleary is successful.
The first NRL Final Series match ever held outside of Australia turned into something of a party, a celebration of what the Warriors had achieved in such a short space of time. As the minor premiers posed proudly with the JJ Giltinan Shield, it was hard to believe the club had been knocking on death's door less than 2 years earlier. It was one of sport's most remarkable revivals. But the story wasn't finished either. After earning a week off, they found themselves 80 minutes away from the grand final.
Franze is tackled now. 27 metres out from his own line. Mellor. He's held there by the Kiwis. They take...
Oh! He has passed the ball and Tony goes in to score. Modu Tony has scored after Paul Mellor has offered him an opportunity that he certainly wasn't expecting.
There was a thief in the night. Modu Tony snuck around the side of Paul Mellor. Him and Melly making the tackle on the big winger, struggling to put him down.
Kamali again peppers them, gives the ball back to Lovell, and Lovell is tackled on 5. They're 9 metres out from the line. Treaster for Kamali. Kamali away for Bird. Bird holds it back, goes back to McKenna. McKenna flick passes Mellor. Mellor got a little bit of an obstruction there. Jones comes up with the ball. Jones is away. Kamali's after him. 7 chasing 7. Jones kicks ahead. Now Melly. Melly's in a race with Mellor. Melly's leading the race. He's only got to make a clean pickup. Oh, Mellor got it. Well, that has saved a certain try. Woo! Treaster it is, who gives it to Kamali, and Kamali kicks back and across. The jump is on.
Franze's underneath it. It has been grasped by Matthew Reek.
A couple of very good judges at half-time telling me they'll win easy, Cronulla. I'm still waiting. Now it's gone from Jones. And oh! A real good catch and pass by Cleary has given them a chance, the Warriors. Torpy will make it. Torpy, did he land on the line? I fancy that he has. This will be a try. 4th tackle gone for the Sharks. Franze. Now Kamali. He does a little pass and then backs up on the outside. Kamali! Brett Kamali has scored. Adjacent to the uprights. He will play the ball on 4. Now Jones thought about it, then decided to run, got the ball to Hohaya. It's gone away to Torpy. Torpy away to Melly. He's at the 10-metre line. He tries to beat them with his strength, and I think he's going to go down and be tackled.
That's 4 now, Ray. They've still got 2.
Lauatiti across for Jones. He puts the rolling ball in. Carlo has scored.
The Warriors are in.
And so in a tense and dramatic qualifier, the Men in Black won the right to contest Rugby League's greatest prize. In a nation where rugby is like a religion, the 13-man code captured the public's imagination like never before. Fired tricolours. In coming so close to capturing the crown, the New Zealanders had acquired a taste for success, and they came painfully close to emulating those deeds 12 months later. After finishing 6th on the NRL ladder, they ended up being stopped 1 game short of the big one. But it was again one heck of a ride filled with some magnificent tries and mighty victories.
From Beetham to Jones, and here's the kick looking for Francis Melly.
Oh! Melly is over. What a kick by Jones.
16 is out there for the Kiwis. Tate. Phil Gould is our translator. I'll just get him to give me the correct pronunciation in a moment. Here's Tate.
Oh, here's a chance. Oh, they're home. Melly's in for number 2. Francis Melly is so close to being the leading try scorer now. 2 today.
And here's a good tough tackle on Logan Swan by Carroll and Carlaw. See you getting it away for Corpu. Corpu to Torpy. Torpy, he beat the tackle of Kelly.
Here's Francis Melly looking for a treble. Down the left side. Mars comes up. Mars puts the ball over the line. That is a sensational start.
to watch, isn't it? Pressure there on Berrigan. He's had a fine game, Clinton Torpy. He's got support there, tries to beat Lockyer, offloads to Stacey Jones. Stacey now onto Falmawina. And it went backwards. How good is that?
Beetham. Poor service to Stacey Jones. The long ball out to the centre for Torpy. Torpy hands it off to his winger Francis Melly. And that is try number 13 for the wing three-quarter. Ohio at acting half. Webb, nice ball. It ends up with Melly, the try scorer, is being shepherded and shadowed by Catarivana. Gets away to Brent Webb. Stacey Jones, the try line is open, and just perhaps the Warriors are back. Stacey Jones successful with the conversion of his own try from right in front. And 12 the difference as we approach the final quarter of this match. And plenty of enthusiasm in those legs. It's Paliasina. On his outside, he has the support of Clinton Torpy. 60 seconds after one try, those are in again. The Bunnies' dreams may be shattered. Looking to damage on the right-hand side. Breaking one. Breaking a couple. Vinnie Anderson. One further. Miracle ball back on the inside to Motu Tony. We are going to be level at Aussie Stadium. Tony. One of his many individual runs this afternoon. Big shot on Torpy. It has fallen off, and this is Francis Melly. Melly down the left flank. Beats one, beats two. Brent Webb is there. The Warriors hit the lead. They are simply brilliant. Tackle number 5, the last option. Good ball. Under 90 seconds remain. 2 points the difference. It's there. And it looks like we're headed to extra time. Taken in a strong tackle by Hart. Jones goes for the field goal. It has taken 83 minutes. The Warriors are victorious in an absolute thriller.
Guttenbeer will play it just outside the 30. Ball back on the inside from Webb to Villasanti into a huge hole. Here comes the Blacklock, runs around him, and the Warriors will front here at Cogra this afternoon. Work it through the hands close to the ruck amongst the forwards. Now they stretch it to the left-hand side looking for Lauatiti and Torpy again. They cut out the former to go to the latter. He shows it, still has it, comes to Webb, back on the inside. Hohaya is backing up. The Warriors are in again.
Marcus locking
straight. Comes to Luluwai. Here's Webb floating in behind them. Lauatiti is always a good option. He fends off one, pops it over the top. Now Beetham stepping, looking to do likewise. Gets away from the Perinara tackle. Comes the Blacklock. Turns it back on the inside for Thomas Luluwai, who grabs the first try of his NRL career. He's only a couple of metres away when he's tackled. Riddell comes back to the left-hand side. Fires an intercept ball to Carlaw. They're chasing him. Stapleton a good chase. Wiltshire also. Cooper is flying from the far side, but nobody can catch Carlaw. What a turning point that might be in this game. Lauatiti, it wasn't a great play the ball this time. Lauatiti from dummy half, still trying to get across the line. Well, he might have got there eventually, and Harrigan says that's a try.
Got it down, boys.
He was held there for a long while.
Stop him from going forward.
Villasanti playing it to Beetham, and now Luluwai as they keep it alive, stretching it on to
Falmawina, who's playing exclusively out there on that left-hand side at the moment. Now Torpy is away and dangerous into open space. He's got support back on the inside through Rapati, who was ankle-tapped by Adrian Morley, who saved the try. Melly for the line, will get there for the Warriors. Here's Luluwai, stepping off the left, and now the right. Grabbed by Morley. He plays it to Villasanti, who tries his luck from dummy half. He'll score. We're back level again. What a game this is.
They need a bit of width in their play, the Warriors.
Here's Luluwai again with the Roosters up very quickly here. Here's Lauatiti, but they swing him to ground very quickly. Good tackle made by Finch and also Cross. Falmawina from dummy half. Grubbers looking for Francis Melly, who scores the try, who ties us up once again here at Aussie Stadium. What a grubber by Sione Falmawina. Tim Mander says there's no problems with it. He took a long time to blow the whistle. We're locked up once again. What a finish we have.
In a fantastic duel that saw the lead change no less than 7 times, the Warriors prevailed by 2, which made for sweet revenge against their grand conquerors.
Fafili.
It was the perfect tune-up for the finals, and a fortnight later they produced what was arguably the greatest performance in their history by blasting the Bulldogs off the map in the qualifying finals.
And here is Melly, he's in again. He gets his second try. Well, how soft is that?
As they approach the 40-metre line, Jones decides to sprint.
He gives the ball away to Webb. Webb is through. New Zealand are going in again. The Warriors' third try of the night. Blistering performance.
Daniel Anderson has got a very fresh man out there. He's at dummy half now, Motu Tony. He's at fullback, made a good charge up left, still going.
Still going, he's looking for the corner. Melly! Melly's got number 3. Francis Melly has scored his third try.
Most of their plays towards Francis Melly, that's no surprise.
Oh, Falmawina got it away to Melly. Here's try number 4. Francis Melly has scored 4 tries. What a performance.
Coming up, the Roosters and the Knights. Back-to-back, wall-to-wall football on the Nine Network tonight. As we see Torpy unloading again. Brent Webb will go in and score. That's his second try of the night. Last night we saw Melbourne do fine, and I hate to think that I'm taking something away from their effort, but this tonight is razzle-dazzle. This tonight is just incredible. Here they go again. The New Zealanders heading for the try line one more time, and in goes Falmawina. The back rower scores. Try number 8. It's one-way traffic. Couple of metres out from the line. Asking a question of the touchdown. He'll score this bring up. Miller's gone in for number 5. Francis scored 5 tries. Now, is that a record for finals football?
It certainly was, and it's likely to stand for quite some time as well. Yet in spite of that magnificent display by Francis Melly and the Warriors, they remained in the sudden death zone and found themselves walking a tightrope 7 days later when they went behind 10-0 against Canberra in a sensational semi at Aussie Stadium.
Logan Swan gets over the line. Tim Mander, I don't know that he's sure. Yes, he is. He points to the spot. Logan Swan has scored for the Warriors.
And the decibels rise here at Aussie Stadium.
Now Jones has to double pump it, and then it goes across a little way, and here's Anderson. Anderson's got the fullback to beat. Tries to run over him. 10 metres out from the line. Webb. Now Jones. Out to Falmawina. There's the short ball. He crawls. He scrambles. He got over the line, but did he ground it?
Does he get it down? He reckons he did.
Yeah, I think he scores.
Warriors with Webb now. Webb sees a gap and he tries to go through it between the markers. Plays it on the last tackle. It goes across to Jones. Jones puts the kick in. Again, he's looking for Fafili. Fafili's up there. He's got the Burleys over the line. Fafili has scored, I think.
Jones wants it. Jones wants it. Here's the shot. There goes the ball. There goes the kick. It's there. It is there, all right. The front. The Warriors by a point.
What a kick from this champion halfback.
Like he had done on countless occasions, Stacey Jones was the Warriors' saviour. And for the second year running, they found themselves in the preliminary final at Telstra Stadium. Only this time, the bounce of the ball just did their way.
Just a couple of metres away, and then Beetham tries to charge over. Ball back to Lulawai, Lulawai back to Webb. Webb gets it back down for Corby. They're over the line. Beautiful ball movement. Logan Swan is in, is it? The uprights are 7 metres away as Priddis goes back and finds Waterhouse. He goes back. Here's Wesser. Wesser's over.
Then from Mealy, it's gone across for Jones on a short ball.
Now Atini Villasanti. Villasanti is over the line. Now it's with Priddis. Then to Campbell. Campbell double pumps it. And Ross is tackled 2 metres out from the line. Play back to Priddis, and Priddis will go in. Luke Priddis is in. Good work by the Panthers. Nice ball movement. Then for Gower. And he goes high and he goes across towards Fafili's wing. Rooney. That might be play on. I think this might be a try for Girdler.
29 metres out from the line. Jones for Motu, Tony. And Tony.
Hey, he beat Gower. He comes to Wesser. Loses the ball. No, he doesn't. It goes back to him. Jones. Jones to Corby. Oh, that is brilliant.
And a converted try here would just about seal it. Nullarbor has scored.
The last 3 games coming into this one, they've only conceded 1 second-half try, which is quite remarkable. And they've only conceded 1 second half here as well. So they are defending beautifully, although Melly
has found an opening. They've got support. Here they come, the Warriors. They're over. The fullback is in, Brent Webb.
All academic now. Luke Priddis, fitting that he's going to get the ball away to Preston Campbell. And that will be it.
Siren in the background. The second preliminary final is over. And it's been won by Penrith, defeating the New Zealand Warriors 28-20.
After 3 consecutive seasons in the NRL finals, the Warriors returned to the cellar in 2004. With a dreadful winning ratio of just 25%, they finished second last, and the mood was as black as their jerseys. Coach Daniel Anderson was the fall guy, being sacked midway through the season, and his assistant Tony Kemp took over. While it was a campaign best forgotten, there were still a few moments to cherish, like beating Manly on their own soil in early April.
The Warriors level. Midway through the opening half, it's 4-all here at Brookvale.
I was going to say, are playing brilliantly, but Manly don't need to force passes in situations like that.
Yeah, the Manly Sea Eagles, 4-point winners over North Queensland in round 1. And that is simply brilliant. The Warriors in for their second try of the afternoon. The try scored Webb. Brother Vinny, interesting to note, these 2 young men, the Andersons, former Belrose juniors in the Manly competition at a time when Belrose was a dominant force. This is Torpy, the inside man is Farfili. Beautiful hands, looks to step Andrew Walker. Goes back to Luaki, who scores? 2 tries in 3 minutes, and that could be enough. In the Warriors 10-metre area, just in the second half alone, early in the tackle count. This is Martin. Perhaps the Warriors aren't finished. 4 tries to 1. Anderson, inside man is Webb. He too will collect a double. And the pressure's somewhat off the Warriors now. They are posting their first win of the season, and it has been a convincing one.
Down to slow play the ball. Villasanti through a gaping hole. It opened up like Sydney Heads. 5 metres out.
Go.
The barge over. And they have got it. Balmawina uses brute strength. Number 4. So they get another shot at the line. Melbourne now come up with the spill. Ball still loose. Stacks on the mill. Appeals galore. You work it out.
And nothing simple. A play that looked as though it was going to get a bounce
An unorthodox bounce, an ugly bounce for the Storm that would find some delight amongst Warrior fans, but then it all went horribly wrong.
10 gone, no score. The Warriors, with a great chance here to draw first blood, will be shut down 8 metres short of the line. Webb, Jones, cut out ball. Here's the first try of the night, and it is Jerome Rapati getting across the whitewash to get us underway. Well, Paliacina is looking for more work. A stampeding run once more from the big man. Jones, dummies, got the ball away. Lowaki, he can be a handful. Here comes another try. Oh, Clinton Torpy, head shaven and all. He grabs the second try of the night. Made his return from injury last week. A bit of a push and shove developing there. We'll stick with the action. Intercept, Jones, he's got plenty of space in front of him. Surely he's got the legs. He has got the legs. The little general latching onto the pass. And he runs all the way to extend the lead. Kick to come. It is 16-0.
Following their dramatic fall from grace the previous season, New Zealand embarked on a quest to restore pride and respectability in 2005. With a couple of key signings in experienced forwards Steve Price and Ruben Wiki, the Warriors were far more competitive and flirted with finals contention for much of the journey, before coming unstuck at the end and finishing 11th, 2 wins adrift of the top 8. Before their disappointing late-season fade, there were some memorable moments in 2005, like beating old rivals Brisbane and Sydney, outplaying eventual champions Wests, and coming from 20-0 down to beat Newcastle.
Faumuina steps off the ride and gets there! 30 seconds remain in the half. The Warriors scored their first points for the afternoon. Happy to play the lateral game again. Short side with Price. Ball comes back. Ratuve. Russell Smith is a warning. Somewhere amongst all those Newcastle bodies, Manu Ratuve has scored the Warriors' second. The crowd just as surprised as the Newcastle players.
Well, he got caught short a couple of times in defence, but he's obviously there for his attack. He just kept powering those legs. There were 4 Newcastle players involved and take far less risk than they would normally in dry conditions.
Oh, good ball again. Ratuve has simply got too much pace. Betters his position and the Warriors are back. They go to Stacey Jones. A couple of options, chips over the top, wins the race to the ball. Oh, magic football, Lowaki on one further, and that is a great try to Clinton Torpy. Oh, we're set for a thrilling final 11 minutes.
Yeah, great work there by Stacey Jones. They're expecting the long kick. There was a hole behind the line, a big gap behind the line. He realises that the Knights forwards are tiring.
Anderson, Jones, Fiend, inside man is Todd Byrne. We are likely to be locked up here at Newcastle. Jones. Oh, Lowaki putting on a goose step of his own. Price, out the back. Torpy, Fiend, there is a try on Todd Byrne. The Warriors are in! The Warriors will win! What an amazing victory! Oh yeah, Tony Kemp, you deserve to smile.
LaFranchi around the bootlaces. Jones and Fiend and Faumuina. Here's an opportunity out wide. Torpy with a great pass. How did he do that? Stand up, John. Testing time here for the Tigers. 7 minutes before half-time. Webb goes to Torpy. Torpy for the line. Torpy will get there. Clinton Torpy redeeming himself here this afternoon. He set up the first try for his team. He has scored the second.
Here's where he goes to Jones. Beetham, quick hands, short hands as well. What a take by Nathan Feen off the Villasanti pass. He plays it quickly. They've got them shot. They go to the right-hand side. Faumuina gives it to Rapati for the line. He comes to Minicello. Back in field, Webb to Jones. Here's Ohio now. He'll try and score. He will. The Warriors are alive here tonight. What a try. 10 on his own side of halfway. It was a really sloppy play. The ball now, Villasanti carrying wing with him, gives it to Webb. There is Doc, but Webb will go all the way and score for the Warriors. What a try, and what a game we've got coming up here in the final 17 minutes tonight. Almost 50-metre run, the front rower. What a game he's had tonight. Palliasina.
Well, his charges have been fantastic. You know where he's coming. Palliasina, height. You've got to be able to feed straight through.
It's Ohio, here he is with Webb on the inside. They won't catch him. Monahan is chasing. He comes back to Ohio, and he will still get there for the Warriors. What looked like they bombed it, but Ohio is there, and the Warriors have the lead.
After beating the Roosters, Tony Kemp's team lost 4 of their next 5 matches. And even though they couldn't reach the playoffs when they ran out for their final assignment of 2005, there was still one very important objective: to send Stacey Jones out on a winning note.
Right in front of the post. Stacey Jones is to the left. They've got number problems here. Manly. Jones, surely they must score. Jones has done it. Stacey Jones. Manly only had 3 defenders. He beat Menzies, and as he has done throughout his career, Stacey Jones will get the Warriors home surely.
Except for leadership, the script could not have been written any better. Like he had done on countless occasions over the previous decade, the brilliant playmaker waved his magic wand and got the Warriors home. So the great Stacey Jones was off to end his career in France. But his influence on his